Greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Sorry for that. Let me get this set just so. Alright, so here's what I've got. I've made a little bit of progress. Not in the way that I thought that I would, but I've actually managed to get this thing set up so that when it boots, like when it straight boots, it will immediately go into emulation station / RetroPie. I apologize for how my voice may sound today. I am very sick. Yeah. Got a bit of a cold that I'm trying to not come down with. Alright, this is rebooting right now. As you're going to see, it's going to boot straight into RetroPie. Now here's what I've done so far. On the brand new Raspberry Pi 3B Plus hardware, I installed the raspbian stretch image, and then from there, and I used noobs to do it, and from there what I did is I followed the instructions that I referenced in a previous video to install RetroPie in with Raspbian. And now that we're actually booted into RetroPie here, I'm going to show you what I've done. The issue that I was having initially is that it would boot up and then it would take me to the desktop for a few moments and immediately go to the command prompt. Shortly thereafter, in the command prompt, I could then either punch in start X with no spaces, so START and then the letter X, and it would boot into the Raspbian desktop, or I could punch in emulation station with no spaces and it would come into RetroPie. Now then, in RetroPie, I've discovered on a website that pardon me, that you can install, where is it? Here we go. In RetroPie, you can install, gosh, I lost the thing. Okay, you can install Pixel Desktop Environment. Now then, because I already had RetroPie installed and because it was already in the Pixel Desktop Environment, the only thing that it did was update Raspbian, and then add this little selection under ports that says desktop. Now then, I mash A on that in desktop, and quick as you please, there it is. So, I discovered that this is not a brand new installation of Raspbian. This is in fact the same installation that I was messing with earlier, and the way that I know this is PDF Studio Viewer 12 is right there. That is something that I installed also before I had installed the RetroPie software, emulation station / RetroPie software. Now then, my frustration that I've been having is I now am able to go at boot straight into RetroPie. From there I can go into this, but there's no obvious icon for me to use to get straight into RetroPie. So I was reading up on a website that said that you can get back into RetroPie if you log out of Raspbian and then going back to command prompt by coming down here to shutdown, hitting shutdown, and then going to the third option, which is not visible on this screen because of the distance. Let's take you over there. I just stubbed my toe. Alright, so right here, exit to command line. So we're going to do that. And what happens, it takes me straight back into RetroPie, which is fascinating and entirely unexpected. Now then, just for experiment's sake, we're going to go back into the desktop. And then we're going to see what happens when I shut down. Shutting down. Okay, there's my 10 green light blinks. Pulling power. Power is now pulled. Plugging power back in. Power is now back in. Power light is good. And we're coming back up. Let's see what happens. My cat has decided to join me. Hey, pretty girl. Which one? Okay, and here we are again. So let's go back over to ports. Go back over to desktop, see what happens. Yes, we go. Yes, we go. Okay, and here we are in the desktop. I'm going to select exit to command line. Okay, so this is not my original vision of, sorry for the shaky cam. I'm doing this on my cell phone again because my camera, my regular camera, is still on the fritz. So as you can see, having a dual boot system on the RetroPie is still possible with the Raspberry Pi 3b Plus. Sorry, having a dual boot system on the Raspberry Pi 3b Plus, where you've got both RetroPie and also Raspbian, which is something that I had wanted to do from the very start when I started this whole journey when I was in Kuwait last year. And I didn't realize it would be as easy as this. I had been using multibootpi.com, however they have since gone under and gone down. And their files, I have their old installation files for Raspbian Jessie. This is my cat. Say hello, Mara. No, you don't care about that. But anyhow, all of that was on Raspbian Jessie and the Pi 3 Bravo. This is on the Pi 3b Plus, and this is the kind of slick dual boot thing that I'd kind of wanted. I call it a dual boot. Technically it's just one operating system, and Emulation Station is just a program that that runs on it. However, I'm going to be putting complete details and descriptions of everything that I've done in the description below, so that hopefully you can replicate this with your own Pi 3b Plus. Now, what I'd really love to have, though, is I would still love to have that little icon in Raspbian that will perform the function of shutting down or, exiting to command prompt / going back over here to RetroPie. But for me to be able to do that, I need to know exactly what command that button executes. As soon as I know that, and as soon as I know how to make an executable that will do that, I will let you know. If anybody else knows, please, I beg of you, inform me and put that information in the comments below. I could really use your help on this. Like I said before in previous videos, I'm just a monkey with a screwdriver figuring things out. It'll take me some time. I'd like this to not take a lot of time, because I've got friends and relatives who are champing at the bit to have this kind of thing for their kids, for themselves, for loved ones. You know, there is a market for this. There are people that definitely want this kind of thing. Anyhow, I've gone over my normal limit. I wanted to keep this short and sweet, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Once again, please help me out. Please help me find out what the exit to command line, was that what the button was called? Yeah, so exit to command line in Raspbian. Please help me find out exactly what command that button, yes, please help me find out exactly what command that button actually, you know, gives the operating system, because I need that information. Anyhow, that's all for now. Happy modding. Have a good one.